Come on. Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, and you guys, episode 7 of the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire MonoBug Egglocke, where I just use bug Pokemon coming from eggs from you guys, which has been super epic. We're already on episode 7, and if you guys are loving this series, make sure to show your support on the like button down below. Make sure you guys hit that like button. 1,000 likes, as always, is our goal, and you guys know the deal. So, on the last episode, we took down Team Aqua, handed off some Devon parts, and made some things happen. So now we have quite a bit to do. We actually got Team Aqua chilling up ahead here. Looks like they're gonna go all the way to Mount Chimney and take a rest in Mauville City, so keep that in mind. Now we do, of course, have a question of the day, so do not forget that, as we actually are gonna take on this trainer to start things off. Question of the day above my head right now is, what do you guys want to do for a career? Now this is a very cool episode for me, because I'm going to talk a little bit about my career, kind of where I was and where I got to and all that stuff. And I'm curious what you guys are up to. I know some of you guys are probably in high school, some of you guys are probably younger than that, some of you guys are probably in college, right? So I'm curious as to what you want to do with your life as of right now. Now I understand things change, your ideas change, your opinions change, what you want to do changes, all that stuff. But right now in this moment, what are you planning on doing for your career? You might already be in your career, etc, etc. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about myself and kind of like my answer to that question. That's gonna be kind of our theme for the day. So if you guys didn't know, I've mentioned it a few times and I've talked a little bit about this in the past, but I originally was in high school and I was a pretty good student. School kind of came pretty easily to me. I'm very fortunate in that way. I was really good in school and I wanted to go into English and writing, and I thought about being a teacher and that kind of stuff. That was kind of where I was headed. But then I really decided that I wanted to go in business once I got into college. So I went to college, but before I started going into college, before I went to college, I mentioned that I wanted to be like a superstar musician or whatever, because I was playing in all those bands that I mentioned a few episodes ago, and I really wanted to be a musician. I thought that'd be super epic, but I realized also that things weren't always, like, they weren't gonna work out at that point. So let's actually get rid of Gus from Moonlight. I feel like that's kind of cool. They weren't gonna work out in my favor, so I decided to go to college anyway, which I think was the smart decision for me. Now, I don't think college is for every person, but for me, I think it was the right decision, right? So I went to college, as we're actually going to evolve True Warrior right now into a beast mode Swadloon, which I'm very excited about, so turn up for that. I went to school and I ended up deciding to, I was eventually, I was doing a lot of poetry classes, a lot of English classes, because I did want to be a writer, slash a teacher, slash whatever, right? That was kind of where I was headed initially. But I went into business and I decided to major in marketing. So I ended up graduating and I have a degree in, a bachelor's degree in marketing. So I kind of like having Protect on this thing. Its moveset is really not the great. Let's get rid of String Shot for Protect, because it's going to outspeed most things, and not many Pokemon learn Protect by default, so that's kind of good. So I wanted to you know, I got this degree in marketing, so I do have a bachelor's in business marketing. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So I have to find this guy. He's under the table, isn't he? Okay, so that was easy enough. So we found him. Behold, for I am the greatest living mystery of all men in Hoenn. They call me the Trick Master. Glad to meet you. You've come to my challenge, the Trick House. All right, so we're gonna enter the scroll, get through here, and take on the Trick Master here first before we go anywhere else, because I kind of want to be pretty completionist about this playthrough and go through pretty much everything. So, plus there's trainers in here, so it's good to face them. Anywho, so like I said, I got my degree, and while I was in college, I was trying to find an internship, and I wasn't having too much luck, but then I actually scored an awesome internship. I ended up working for the New York Stock Exchange, which I have mentioned a few times on stream and stuff like that. A lot of people don't believe that for some reason. They just think it's a lie. But I really did. I worked as a financial analyst intern, a technical analyst intern for the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street. I worked on the 11th floor, and it was super epic. It was a really good experience for one, just you know, working in a professional environment like that. But I would say the best part was just was the connections I made and all that kind of stuff that kind of came along with it. And it looks like this Hendrix needs some glasses because he misses everything, but he's gonna get that guts boost right now, which is kind of nice. So that was kind of where I was at with that, like, right? I mean, you know, we did the, you know, the internship. I did it for about 8 months. The thing that stunk about it though, guys, is I had to travel to Wall Street every single day, or like 3 times a week or whatever, which was for me a ginormous commute. So the commute for me was 2.5 hours each way. I would take the train and drive and all that stuff. It was a mixture of train, driving, and subway. lots of different forms of communication. So I would wake up super early to get there for 9 a.m. and I would be there, and then I would get home at like 7:30. So it was a really long day, 7:30, 8ish. It was a really, really long day, lots of traffic, lots of traveling. It stunk. I feel bad for anyone who has a commute over like a half hour because it's brutal. So anyway, I interned there. And I really, really was thinking like, man, it'd be sick to have a job like this. Obviously, working in the city, you're gonna make, you know, more money than you otherwise make. The commute stunk though, and that was really it for me. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I couldn't decide what I wanted to do when I graduated college. So I finally graduated, got my degree, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I had just actually joined this new band at the time, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna play in this band. Like this band, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. So I was in the band. We're all talking about how we were trying to make this work or whatever else. And I ended up making the decision to still try to find a job. So I applied to 3 places. I applied to Pepsi, which is located about an hour away from me. In New York, they have like an office there. I applied to Pepsi. I applied to Doctors Associates, which is the company that actually owns Subway. So they're actually about 45 minutes from where I live. So I was gonna work for Pepsi or Subway. Those are the 2 places I applied. And then I applied to this market research company, which is called Ipsos. So Ipsos is a market research company. They're looked at as being one of the biggest market research companies in the world, typically looked at as the top 3. If you've ever heard of Nielsen, based on the Nielsen ratings or anything like that, basically they do survey research. So online surveys, and they do a lot of other things, but online survey research to determine how customers feel about certain things. So I can't go into too many details about what I did at the job. I mean, I guess I can, I don't work there anymore, but I worked at Ipsos. I got the job there. I got hired there. I was really excited to work there. It was my first job out of college. Really awesome job, guys. I was very lucky. The people I worked with were amazing. You know, the job wasn't, you know, terrible. And it was a lot of fun. I loved my job. I loved my boss. Everyone was just super cool. And it was a really good first job for me. So I was working there, and I remember the first day I walked into that place, I said to the vice president of my department, well, actually he was the director, but he got promoted to vice president. I said to him, I'm gonna be senior management here one day, so you gotta tell me what I gotta do to get there. And I think everyone thought I was like the cockiest kid in the world, and that's fine. But that's how I am though. Like, I am very, very adamant about, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it to the best I could possibly do it. I'm not gonna be, and this is just who I am, and it's okay to not be like me. But I'm not gonna be cool with just like being an entry-level person, you know, in a company for the rest of my life. Like, that doesn't work for me. I wanna move my way up on the ladder. I wanna be one of the top guys. I wanna call the shots. Like, that's what I wanted to do. So I worked there for like a year and a half, or whatever. After about a year, I was like getting really antsy because I felt like I was deserving of a promotion. And promotions are very, very tough in big companies because what happens is they could be dependent on so many things. It could have nothing to do with your performance, and you might not get promoted because the company's not doing well, or there might be some crazy changes going on internally with the company that'll inhibit your ability to get promoted, or whatever it is. So I wasn't getting promoted yet, and they say the typical time to get promoted is about 2 years. I was there after about a year. I was getting antsy. I'm like, I feel like I should be getting promoted here. I understand it takes a while, but you know, I'm impatient. I'm 24 now, but I was a 23-year-old kid. I'm impatient. I want to get promoted. I want to work my way up in this company, and I feel like I can perform at the level of the people above me, you know, and again, maybe I'm the cocky kid, whatever, it doesn't matter. That was my focus, and I was getting a little bit frustrated because it wasn't happening, and I was having conversations with my manager about it. I'm like, what do I have to do to get promoted? Like, why have I not gotten promoted yet? Da-da-da-da, and it just didn't seem like it was really going too far. So I had started to think about whether or not it would be feasible to do YouTube, do Pokemon, do Twitch.tv full-time. This thing's got rollout. I'm really scared right now. Oh my god. Okay, so I can take one more. What can I do to this thing in return? We're gonna confusion it. I should outspeed. I got the quick claw. Oh boy, this is a little scary. I gotta confuse him. He's gonna roll out again. Oh boy. Oh god. If that was a crit, that would have killed. Okay, so the only thing that could come in safely is probably Invincibug, I think. Oh my god. Hendrix can come in and take a hit, probably, but can't do anything back. True Warrior is not safe to come in right now. Because this is this is the 3rd turn of it. So at least Invincibug's neutral. I think something's about to go down. Oh my god. He's gonna roll out again. I need him to miss. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do here. I can sand attack and hope I outspeed. I do outspeed. I'm gonna go for the sand attack. Come on, miss, Geodude, miss. Oh no! And we have our first ever casualty on the playthrough, guys. Invincibug's gonna go down. Wow. It's not good. I was too scared to bring in True Warrior. I'm gonna go for the Protect. I believe that'll cancel out the rollout turns. And we can go for a Razor Leaf now. Oh! Invincibug! I'm so sorry, Vito! I guess we're never gonna find out about that Shedinja, guys. I guess we're never gonna find out about the Shedinja. Because he's not gonna make it. Anyway. Wow, our first casualty on the playthrough. We made it pretty far, too. This is pretty far in the game to finally use a Pokemon. Wow. Alright, so let's talk to this guy. We're actually gonna get the Expert Belt, which is a really good item. We can hand that off to one of our Pokemon here. Really one of the better items in the game, so. He's gonna give us a TM for Taunt as well, which is nice. So we pick up 2 pretty good items from this guy. Really bummed about that, though. Really bummed about that. He's gonna get the heck out of here. We're gonna book out. I'm gonna have to make the Swapperoonie and get rid of Invincibug. I'm not gonna release Invincibug. I'm gonna keep it, but it's gonna stay in a PC box now. So, anyway, kind of going back to my story here now that we've had our first casualty. Rollout, man, is the death of my team, I swear. Rollout is so tough in this game because you have nothing that can safely switch in. I mean, I could have brought in Hendrix, but Hendrix was risking the fact, because it was already poisoned, it was risking the fact that it would have gotten destroyed, and I really don't have anything back to hit a Geodude, so that's not going to work. So we do have a Death Box, which is where Invincibug is going to end up, unfortunately. So there's that, and now I can pick one of these guys to snag and add to my team. So we've got Mr. Cuddles, which would be a Vivillon. Obviously, Buzzkill is going to be, you know, a Yanmega. So I'm thinking Buzzkill is our best pickup. Because we already have these 2. Although I could switch in and go for Bullet, but it's either 3. They're all flying bugs. So we're going to go with Buzzkill and add Buzzkill to the team. So welcome to Team Buzzkill, taking the place of Invincibug now. And that's gonna be that. So anyway, I was getting, you know, Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff was kind of working out, and I was feeling like, hey, maybe I could leave my job and you know, whatever else. So I was gonna wait until the promotion happened. I really wanted to wait to see if I was gonna get promoted, because I felt like I was on the cusp, even though I was impatient. I felt like I was on the cusp. I was closing out 2 years with the company, and I felt like it was gonna happen. Like I was gonna get promoted any day now, was how I felt. I felt like any day I could walk in and get promoted. And everything, you guys gotta also understand, like, part of my confidence in this was the fact that every conversation I had with my management and above, like, it was always positive. I mean, yeah, every once in a while I'd make a little mistake here and there, but it was generally pretty positive stuff, so I didn't have any reason to not think that I wasn't gonna move up, you know what I mean? And I had also been working with, like, the executive vice president on a project, so I was definitely, like, in a good spot, and I take a lot of pride in the fact that I did really well with this company, in my opinion anyway, right? So they might think otherwise, but I felt like I did pretty well with this company. So, basically what happened was my plan was originally to quit my job in August of this year, so in a few months from now. But I then changed my mind and said, you know what? I feel like, actually, who's a good switch in here? I think Vinny's a good switch, or Hendrix. Let's go to Hendrix. I was like, I'm gonna quit my job in August, and then Dana and I were planning on going on vacation. We never ended up going on it, but we were planning on going on vacation in May, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll quit my job right before we go on vacation. That way, I don't have to worry about the vacation time from my job, and so that'll be in May. So the end of May is when that would have been, and I would have started full-time about this week, actually. This is when I would have started. And then I had talked to Shady Penguin about the Cagelocke series, and I've told this story before because I think it's kind of cool, but Shady and I talked about the Cagelocke, and when Shady agreed that the Cagelocke was going to happen, we said, all right, 100% we're going to do it, this is when we're going to do it. I immediately was like, all right, the next day, I went in and put my 2 weeks in notice, because I knew that, one, regardless of the Cagelocke, which obviously was huge for my channel, and a lot of people ask me, like, how much that's impacted my, it was a huge deal for my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel, but I knew I could survive off of Twitch if I had to. I had been very responsible in my decisions and my, you know, my saving and stuff prior or whatever else. I knew I could survive off of Twitch if it came down to it. Not relying on any income from YouTube, just surviving on Twitch, basically, solely. So that was kind of my thought process. So, but when he said he was going to do the Cagelocke with me, I was like, all right, I gotta do this. I have to leave my job so I can do this full time, because otherwise I'm not gonna have the time to record with Shady. Like, the Cagelocke took, you know, about 15, 20 hours a week out of my life. There's no way I could maintain my Twitch channel, which is very important to me, my full-time job, my life outside of all of this, and doing 20 hours on top of that. I just don't have the time. I would never sleep, which would have been bad. So anyway, as soon as I found out about the Cagelocke actually happening, I was like, all right, that's it. I'm doing it. Like, we're making it happen. I'm quitting my job. Like, that's it. We're gonna do it. And that's what I'm doing now. This is my job. I am a full-time YouTuber and Pokemon Twitch streamer, and at my size, guys, I'm gonna be honest, at my size for Twitch channel, YouTube channel, it's not really feasible. It's really not, but I have you guys to thank. Like, seriously, the aDrive army, the people who support my videos, the people who watch my videos, you guys are absolutely marvelous, and without your support, like, there's no way I could possibly do this. So, from my career perspective, in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this for 1 year and see how it goes. That's where I'm at. Doing it for 1 year, we'll see how it goes. If it's successful, great. If it's not, okay, I gave it a try. Now, you know, I'll go back and try to get a job in the corporate world. That was my thought process, and that's what we're doing right here. You know, I have another 10 months of doing YouTube and Twitch full time, which means, you know, 1 to 2 videos a day, which means, you know, all sorts of streams every single day, like 5 to 8 hour streams every single day. Like, that's what that means, right? So, I'm doing it for another 10 months, and we'll see how it goes. So far, I'm very, very happy with where we're at. But with YouTube and Twitch, it's about growth, it's about progression, it's about, you know, consistency, which is very challenging in times. So, we'll see where my career takes me, but I can tell you where I hope to be eventually. I love doing Twitch, I love doing YouTube. I don't think I'll ever stop. I've been doing YouTube for 5 years now, as I mentioned in the past, through Call of Duty and stuff, and, you know, almost a year now doing Pokemon. So I really love doing YouTube, and I always think I want to make videos because it's so fun. It's a great way to express yourself. I just have a blast doing it. I really like making videos. So I can see myself doing that forever. But my hope one day is to work for a company like Twitch, like MLG, like Machinima. I don't know if I would go to Machinima, but like one of those companies that is involved in the gaming industry. I would love to be someone who gets to interview players or gets to work with players who are partnered or works with a professional esports organization or something like that. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. It'd be so cool if we can get the GBA to be this giant, like, official Pokemon League. Like, how cool would that kind of stuff be? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. That's, like, kind of like my ultimate end dream here, is to eventually take my business experience that I already have at the market research company, at, you know, the New York Stock Exchange, whatever, and all that stuff, and then my experience doing this, which is, ooh, oh man, True Warriors evolving again. Oh my god. So if you don't know, Swadloon evolves into Leavanny by happiness. So evidently True Warrior loves us because it is going to be a Leavanny already, which turns into one of the biggest powerhouses on our team. That is really epic. I'm very excited for that, actually. But as I was saying, look how fabulous this thing is. That's the only word to describe it, is fabulous. So one of my end goals is, like I said, to combine all this experience, combine my experience in the video game industry through YouTube and Twitch to hopefully work for one of those awesome companies that I've mentioned before. Twitch would be marvelous. They are kind of across the world from where I am, or across the country at least, but who knows what'll happen? I have no idea. But anyway, for the time being, my focus is 100% on this, and I mean, if you told me that I will be like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 subscriber YouTube channel and my Twitch channel continues to grow and all that stuff ends up working out and I can do this and be happy, then heck yeah, man, I'm gonna do this. Like, that's cool with me. But I'm just speaking from, you know, other things, because, like, you never know what's gonna happen, right? I mean, if a new Pokemon a new main series Pokemon game never comes out, I don't know what's gonna happen, right? Like, I'll just keep playing ORAS. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, there's all those question marks that unfortunately end up popping up, but in the meantime, I think we're doing pretty good, so I'm very happy with where we're at. And again, it's all thanks to you guys. I know it's like super cheesy, and I know like a lot of content makers, it's kind of cheesy because they're, oh, thank you so much. But guys, seriously, like every time you like a video, every time you post it on Twitter and share it, or come to my streams or any of that stuff, Bugbite actually stole a berry. How about them apples? That's kind of cool. It all helps so much, and I do encourage you guys, that split second of your day where you hit a like, you know, on a video, not only for me, but for other content guys too. You know, for guys like King Nappy and Shady and you know, Patters and Jay and anyone you guys watch, any one of those awesome YouTube guys, Mo, and you guys know them all. They're all amazing content providers. For any of those guys, when you watch their videos, all it takes is for you to hit that like button, is you to make a comment and express yourself. Because I can tell you, for me, and I'm sure for most of the people I just listed, if not all of them, they really do care and they really do enjoy reading the comments and that kind of stuff, you know, minus the troll stuff. But it makes such a huge difference for us guys. Like, that, I know it might seem like just one like, how can that make a difference? But it's the power of the army. It's the power of everyone coming together to do something very, very special and very, very great. I'm just sitting here behind my computer screen recording these videos and talking to you guys and pouring my heart out here. And it's up to you guys to, you know, to take care of the rest and help everyone out and really support the community, because that's what it is, really. It's not about me. It's not about you sitting at your computer. It's about this huge community as a whole and the fact that we love games. We love playing video games. We love Pokemon in this case. And we're doing something greater than what one person could accomplish, right? That's the idea. And there is really something special about power and numbers and that kind of stuff. So there's kind of like my inspirational rant of the day, which we're done with there. But can we just evaluate how Lee Vanny, True Warrior, is a beast? Oh my god, I wish it was named like Flick though. Isn't that the name from the Bug's Life? Fisherman Andrew's gonna go down, and we're cruising right now. Our team is looking beautiful despite our 1 casualty so far. Let's go. I don't actually have cut, but there's no trainers up there, so it's not a big deal. I believe we have quite the challenging route up ahead. I do want to go heal really quickly before we go any further. Do I need to heal? How's my Pokemon holding up? I think we're actually not in terrible shape. I think we can manage without healing yet. I think we can manage without healing. I'm not going to bother. Let's just go and grab, let's actually teach Struggle Bug to... You can't learn Struggle Bug? He can learn Steel Wing, but he can't learn Struggle Bug. Explain that one to me. I guess we'll teach him Steel Wing then. That's kind of weird. He can't learn Struggle Bug, but he can learn Steel Wing. All right, Tackle or Quick Attack. I guess we'll get rid of whatever this is called, Quick Attack, because he's gonna be fast and everything anyway. I can't believe he can't learn Struggle Bug. He's a bug type. Can't learn Echoed Voice. Can't learn anything. Can't learn Thief, but I don't really care about that. No, we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal. I have a tough matchup coming up here in a moment. So let's heal up. Then we're gonna take on, we're gonna go down the route and head our way to Mauville City with hopes of taking on our next gym leader, which is gonna be the electrifying Jim Watson. So I'm very excited to take on Watson. That should be fun. It should be kind of tough though. Without Invincibug as a ground Pokemon, we actually have quite a few weaknesses. I don't know what we're gonna do against a steel electric Pokemon. That could be a bit scary, but we might be able to figure something out. Maybe Dustox can handle it, or I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do against steel and electric. I guess True Warrior can do something, but Razor Leaf is gonna do much. I don't know. We're gonna have to really hope that we're able to put in the work. So we're Route 110. I don't know if it turns into a new route up here or not. We're gonna find out in a moment. You don't have a bike, so you're just gonna walk on the low road. I don't have a bike either, lady, so I'm with you on that. I guess there is no new route here. Is this a Pokeball? Is this a Pokeball? No? Is this a Pokeball? Is this a Pokeball? None of these are Pokeballs. I keep thinking I'm gonna like actually find a Pokeball, but I guess not. So we got a couple trainers. Looks like this kid is just running around. Oh, we got a wild encounter, but I'm not gonna catch it because I already caught the Pokemon on this route. And it's a Gulpin. Gulpin. Missing out Buzzkill, who is quickly becoming one of my favorite Pokemon, even though we haven't even attacked with it yet. I just love Yanma. I'd already told you guys in the last episode that Yanma is probably the starter Pokemon that I would choose. So, alright, so we're gonna take on this kid. He found some cool Pokemon in the grass. We'll see what he's working with. He's probably just got like Gulpin and Electrike and stuff. He's got a Poochyena, actually. I really wish we had Struggle Bug on Buzzkill here, but it doesn't. So we're gonna have to swap Rooney because I don't really have anything that can touch this thing. Let's go out into our team's like getting pretty powerful. Let's go. I wish this had Bug Bite. It doesn't though. We can go to Hendrix. Hendrix can go for that big Mega Horn, and that'll finish well. I need Wide Lens on Hendrix, so I need Wide Lens, so he doesn't miss Rock Blast and stuff. He's go for Howl, so he's actually gonna boost his attack. But we're like, surprisingly, guys, I'm like kind of blown away. I know we have the experience share on, but I'm actually blown away that our levels are like our Pokemon levels are actually pretty high right now. I didn't think we would be this high, considering. I mean, I know I'm taking on all the trainers and stuff, but I didn't think I'd be like this high of a level, considering the fact that I haven't really taken on, you know, wild Pokemon or anything. So he's got an Aeron next. What can I even do to this thing? I guess I could just go for a Mega Horn and see how much it does. I mean, it's resisted, but wow, dude, the power of Hendrix, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, I love Heracross. He's so cool. He's such a cool Pokemon. Goodbye. 2-hit KOs and Aeron, which is Steel Rock type, I believe. Right? Steel Rock, something like that. And what's the last Pokemon? An Electrike. So that's a little bit scarier. I believe a Mega Horn could probably do the work, or I could go for the big Rock Blast. Let's go for the Mega Horn. He's gonna Quick Attack, actually. I don't want to get Static Paralyzed, though. But we'll see what happens. There's the Static Paralyzed. That's gonna give me the Guts Boost, though, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. So it'll give us a Guts Boost while it's still paralyzed. So Youngster Timmy's gonna go down. Sorry, buddy. We got a tough matchup right now, though. Let's do this. We got May up ahead. She's ready to battle. May is ready to battle. There's a Gulpin. Not really worried about it. Let's go with Buzzkill. Buzzkill. Let's just run. Got away safely, not bad. Alright, talk to me, girl. Hey, Bugcatcher, it's been ages! Nice timing, too. I was just searching for Pokemon, you know? My dad is always on about how nature used to be even more diverse back in the day. He says that there used to be way more kinds of Pokemon than there are now. So that's why we do field work, him and me. We really want to find out what happened to those Pokemon in the past. How about a little battle? Alright. So I am a little bit scared. This is the first time we're facing May, I believe, since the very beginning of the game. She's got 3 Pokemon. And she has 1 Pokemon that is... Oh, God. She's got a Whalmer. She's got a Whalmer. This is scary. This is scary. This is really scary, actually. We gotta go to Heracross. We gotta go to Hendrix. Whalmers carry rollout, ladies and gentlemen. I am aware of this. We're gonna go to Hendrix. It's gonna go for Water Gun, that's fine. I could take that, no problem. Mega Horn will probably just destroy this thing, but I'm definitely worried because it's gonna go for rollout. That's what I was worried about. That did way more than I wanted it to. I don't miss the Mega Horn, I don't get paralyzed. This is gonna destroy this thing, I'm guts boosted. Goodbye! Whew! Man, all these rollout Pokemon, I can't wait till the point where we get into the game where rollout is not a thing anymore. But it's like early game, everything is rollout. We're gonna actually get Struggle Bug on True Warrior, which is kind of funny because I could have taught it to him, but we're actually not gonna teach it to him because he already has Bug Bite and he's a physical attacker, so not really worried about that. In comes the Combusken. Now this is something I'm a little bit level 20. Who do I even send in right now? I can send in Vinny. Let's go to Vinny. Because I can't stand with Hendrix. Let's go to Vinny. He's going for Peck. God, that did so much. Alright, Vinny. I am going to go for the Sleep Powder. He's going for Sand Attack. It's not good. I do hit the Sleep Powder, though, so we at least get a few turns of sleep. I believe Combusken is indeed Fighting type. I don't know for sure, but I think it does turn into Fighting type. I do have the Compound Eyes, which is going to help us here. I think it negates the Sand Attack for moves that are 100% accurate. So we should be able to hit everything with this Psybeam, or pretty darn close anyway. That looks like it is super effective damage. Good, so we're going to get a little damage off in this thing. He's going to wake up and go for Sand Attack again. So Sand Attack, Peck, Double Kick, and likely Ember is his moveset, if I had to guess. It's doing a good amount. I'm just going to fire off another Psybeam. There's the Peck again. Was that a crit? No, that just did a lot. Wow. No confusion either. Okay, so let's think about this. I don't have anything that wants to take a Peck right now. I almost used a Pokeball. That would have been really dumb. Let's go for a Soda Pop. Let's heal up. I have nothing that wants to take a Peck right now. I do. He's not gonna. I don't have Quick Attack on him. I mean, Amethyst can come in and take 1 hit. So let's heal up Vinny with this Soda Pop really quick. We'll see what he's gonna do. Maybe he'll Sand Attack again. That would be ideal. Let's go for Peck. I could take 2 Pecks though. I could take 2 Peck because it does 20 HP. So actually, I could take 1 more Peck too. He's got Double Kick. We should be fine. Just don't miss, Vinny. Don't miss this Psybeam, Vinny. Yes, Compound Eyes coming through. After all the Sand Attacks, we're still able to hit the Psybeam, which is huge. And Combusken's gonna go down. Whew. That was scary. We're gonna go to level 20 now. Doesn't want to learn any moves. Hendrix goes to level 19, not bad. Hendrix wants to learn Counter. That's kind of good. It's kind of good. I'm not gonna teach to him, but because I feel like he's gonna be like he can dish out more damage than Counter. You know what I mean? Like he just hits so hard. And Buzzkill wants to learn Sonic Boom, baby. Let's give it a Foresight for Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom does 20 HP each time, which means it's probably about a 2-hit KO on most things. Maybe a 3-hit KO. In comes Shroomish. We're gonna swap. Let's go into Redemption. Redemption could fire off, I don't know, a Night Slash or something. I keep forgetting that Redemption doesn't actually have Aerial Ace or anything. I keep thinking it's gonna have Aerial Ace, but it doesn't. Aerial Ace would be amazing, dude. It does have Vacuum Wave, Night Slash. Just go for Night Slash. It's gonna be high crit ratio. He's gonna go for the Stun Spore, so he does get the Stun Spore off. I kind of want to go into Buzzkill here. I feel like Buzzkill can take this thing on. I do 4 times resist any grass moves, and I could go for a couple Sonic Booms here. So maybe we'll do that. Let's go to Buzzkill, gets the Buzzkill a couple. Oh, he's got a Headbutt though. Okay, we could take that, no problem. I was actually really worried that was gonna do more. Let's go for Sonic Boom here. It should be a 2-hit KO. Yeah, that's good to me. Let's go for that Stun Spore. He should outspeed the next turn, but I know he's gonna try to para-flinch us here. Look at his in-game strats right now. Get that speed boost. Go for a Sonic Boom. He's gonna go for the headbutt, so he's going for the para-flinch. We actually break through, hit him with a Sonic Boom, and that's gonna be it. Look how sick Buzzkill is. It's gonna be it for Shroomish. He's gonna go down, goodbye. And we're gonna be able, that was a little closer than I wanted it to be. That Combusken was a problem. We're gonna take down May. Whew. Yikes, you're better than I expected. Yes, I am. Thank you. Bugcatcher, you've been busy training too, haven't you? Oops, but look at us. Our teams look pretty tired. Let's get them taken care of first. He's gonna heal me up, which is nice. Thank you so much. You had your Pokemon's HP restored, and now I think of it, here comes a reward. Here, this is for me. So I'm gonna get the dowsing machine from her as well, which is nice. And we're gonna be able to put our little antlers on her head and hopefully find some cool items. And she's gonna ride the heck out of here on her bike. So that is gonna be the episode from me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, of course, as always, make sure you hit that like button for me. Bug buzz that like button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.